Ineedmorcowbell here, going over the Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis follow-up video. Yesterday during the Microsoft Game Conference, they showed off the New Genesis teaser trailer, and there's a lot of questions. And there were so many questions, I obviously had no answers for them, and I didn't feel like doing a video about it. I wanted to wait to get some information, some answers from PSO2 people. Because there's a lot of speculation going on. Is this a new game? Is this update? So I just waited. I would have loved to put my just straight reaction from the conference itself, but I was having some technical difficulties on my end, which seemed to be taken care of somehow. So with that said, let's get into this video. I'll talk about things during it. Can't believe it's already been 20 years since Phantasy Star Online first came out on the Dreamcast. This looks gorgeous. PS2 will soar to new heights and will be reborn. Whoosh! The bird flies. New Genesis Phantasy Star Online 2. Look at the grass. Look at the grass. Look at the little flowers. That says footage is from the game as under development. I don't know what this thing is. There's like a lot of these things. Look at the way they run. A new world, 1,000 years after the Oracle battle. So I'm guessing that's after episode 6. Experience a whole wide open playing field. There's animals there for you to kill, I'm assuming. There's a lot of structures going on. An upgraded graphics engine and game system. New Genesis of PSO2 has arrived. Does this show that you can... well, since it's an open world, does this show that you can travel anywhere and then you can see stuff from a huge, great distance? Like, obviously, that's, I'm assuming, one of the like bases you can probably visit that are established on these worlds. Maybe that's a dungeon area. Adventure that transcends never-ending quests. New Genesis PSO2 New Genesis is an open field RPG and explore a vast, detailed, rendered field with a brand new engine. This is a new living world that changes with the passage of time and weather. That is awesome. Now, I mean, there are weather systems that happen in the various and diamond dust and snowstorms in tundra, which is also in the various. But there are Lilliput has weather systems too. I mean, that's all like Amelin's job is. To, hey, experience this for me. Experience this atmospheric phenomenon. So they really want to push this again. But passage of time and weather is pretty cool. As you see, there's a the map is over in the top left, which is kind of weird because it's been in the top right this whole time. But now it's over there, and you can see a sun. So you see, obviously, what time of the day it is. It's probably noon. I'm assuming if the sun is right there, maybe 2 o'clock. I don't know. With this open field adventure comes new ways to traverse. Supplementary goal, concentrated fire. That's what the guy says. Sprint across extensive terrain with photon dash. This is really cool because, I mean, you're moving at a good pace in Phantasy Star Online 2. You're doing a jog. It's a lot better than in the first Phantasy Star Online. You were almost at like at a brisk walk in Phantasy Star Online. Now you're at a jogging pace. And then when the VR simulation came out for Vegas, they had these like dash pads that you would just hit and boom, you take off running. And I thought that was awesome. I was hoping like maybe they could add that to the game, like a sub-palette menu, sub-palette item. You click on it, you know, and you use photon points to dash. That would be awesome. That would be great. That would be awesome. But they added photon dash to this. Obviously, it might just be you know, it might be a sub palette thing. It might be a just click a button thing. I don't know. And then you got the Transcend from high with the photon glide. The same type of situation. I like the VR simulation where you would jump off the roof and then you would kick and glide across. That's not the same, but it's pretty cool that they added this. So now you can traverse large gaps. So like this is kind of like how they showed the trailer for Phantasy Star Online 2. The way they're running around and bridging gaps and flying across. We can actually play like the trailer, is what it's showing. The first trailer. A living adventure through the living world awaits you. Now these, after 1,000 years, these damn things are still here. Go beyond with ultimate character creation. This guy's a nightmare. Alright? I don't know. The redesigned graphic engine provides high fidelity character models. I don't know why they thought this would be a good looking character to show. I think this is probably going to be this game's Ash. Alright? Because we got the Ash from Phantasy Star Online right here from the Dreamcast, where he's got his orange suit. And then we got the Ash from Phantasy Star Online 2 that you see in the first trailer, and also in the Oracle anime. He's the main character in that. And now we got, I'm assuming this is that Ash now, and he just looks like a nightmare. I mean, she looks normal. She looks okay. But I don't know if it's like his nose, it just comes to, wow. Ah! I mean, they kind of change him up a bit. Now he looks normal. Now you can create even more gorgeous characters. But look at, did you see the sheen on the hair? That looks really awesome. Let's go back a bit. Oh, sorry, but look at it. It shows the individual strands and everything like that. It looks really cool. You can see the wrinkles in their suits. Look how tiny they got. I know people are all like, "Where's my lolly character?" Calm down. But yeah, look at the wrinkles in her. I mean, it really shows up in her outfit more, I guess, due to what it is. It's like a leather, latex type of pleather, udon hide. I don't know. But you can see all the. Now that looks like a leather right there on her green, her shoulders. That looks really cool. Obviously, you can still see some crazy pixelation going on with his suit, but again, it says games under development, so the materials aren't all across the board high, hopefully. But they still look cool, and their fingers can move. Isn't that ridiculous? It's so silly, and they know that people were upset about it, that they wanted to make sure everybody knew that their fingers will be able to move. And I think I heard that they used to. In the very beginning, they used to move, but when they added, I think PS Vita to the ability to be able to play PSO2, that they removed that function. They removed hand movements, finger movements out. So hopefully we'll be able to get a good Kazuma emote. Ooh. Hold on. Even more accessories and oops. Go back. Even more accessories than ever before, and change their placement. Now look at this guy. This guy's got 2 knee pads, so that might be 1 or 2. But look at those things on his back. That's currently what's out right now in the mission pass. I mean, it was in the first mission pass, but they brought it back for this mission pass too. So they're showing old accessories that are usable. But yeah, look at that. It showed her putting on 1 at a time. 1 wrappy, big weird fluffy things, big fluffy earpieces, 1 at a time, and now she has 6 on. So before you at least you could only have 4 accessories on. Now maybe 6, maybe more. Maybe they just kind of showed that. Equip more accessories than ever before and change their placement, as they showed the knee pads turning around. You've never seen this many customization options. Character creation capability. Character creation and avatars are compatible between both games. Choose whichever system you want. So if you make make your character in Phantasy Star Online 2, like all of us have, you can play that same character in New Genesis, or make a character in New Genesis. You can play that character in Phantasy Star Online 2. So we'll have some nightmarish-looking creatures in Phantasy Star Online 2. But you can see his sword right there. Let's see, what was it? Alba Sword? Emotes and other registered data will be shared between Phantasy Star Online 2 and New Genesis as well. That means if you bought a pole dancing emote for 49 million Mazetta, you'll be able to use that in New Genesis. So that's nice. Action beyond the highest level. With an open field comes the entirely revamped battle. A battle against the new unknown enemy, the Dolls. Sharing between universes. Character growth will not carry over. This includes levels, XP, skill, photon arts, techniques, etc. Basically, your maxed out character in PSO2 will be a brand new soul in New Genesis. Which is okay. I mean, it's a new game, new environment. People are complaining right now, like, we'll open up the new ships so we can have our own economy there. That's not going to matter. This way everybody is on equal footing again. I mean, there's no real versus type of stuff going on in PSO2 anyways. Currency affecting the game's economy will not carry over. You can't take your money and your fun with you. Your Mazzettis, your Mezzis, your Mazzetta, your fun. You can't take that with you. I don't know if there's any other things like that. Maybe they're talking about like items. Like Yerk's weird items. ARKS cash and star gems are shared between both games, so that is nice. The premium and in-game premium currency are accessible between two worlds. There are two universes here. Weapons, units, and mags obtained in PSO2 can be used in PSO2 New Genesis as well. However, their functions, abilities, and appearances will temporarily change. That's kind of a weird thing, though. So, your weapons and units can go over, but they're not going to look the same. And the mags either. I don't know why I'm sure they did that because, again, kind of starting from scratch, but I don't know, just don't carry over your weapons, I guess. It would make more sense. Wait. What will happen with the original Phantasy Star Online 2? Play in both universes! PSO2, an RPG that breaks all boundaries. Two universes existing side by side, transfers both of them with the same character. PSO2 graphics engine will also be overhauled to match New Genesis. The footage is from current PSO2. And that's what I've been calling it. Current PSO2. PSO2 current. I don't know why they didn't just go this route. Just overhaul the graphics and the gameplay of PSO2 and then add in the new planets and episodes. I think that would have been great. Instead of having two separate universes. Enjoy the fresh current PSO2 along with New Genesis. A new adventure in an open field, ultimate character creation system, two playable universes, and it's all free to play. Some premium items available. Transaction model remains the same, with the entire game being playable at no cost. ARKS operatives, your aid is required once more. A whole new universe awaits. New Genesis Phantasy Star Online 2, available for the Xbox Series X and Windows 10. Free to play, free to download, some premium items available. Footage is from game under development. Microsoft Azure, Sega. This is the North American video. In the GP video, they show PS4, Switch, and I think Windows 10. So that's that's really interesting. They're like, well, what about Steam? Why is it not on Steam? We'll see. We'll see what happens in the next few weeks. Episode 4 is going to come out, and they did show it in the trailer for it. It says it's going to be available on other platforms. So I'm sure from episode 4 onward, we'll get more information about New Genesis and where it's going to be available. I know a lot of you are having problems with the Windows Store, and if you haven't used a tweaker, you really should be using a tweaker. It has all kinds of stuff. I've had to use a tweaker a few times to fix things. Well, on the PSO2 website, they do go over a lot of the information. Not everything, but they go through over a lot of things of what's changing and stuff like that. We want to express a heartfelt appreciation for every player who has taken up arms with ARKS in Phantasy Star Online 2. We have an exciting announcement concerning the future of PSO2 for all players, including active ARKS operatives and those who are currently on hiatus. PSO2 New Genesis was announced during the broadcast of Microsoft Online conference yesterday. This massive update will be released instead of a new episode and is planned to launch after episode 6. Episode 6, of course, for us is coming in December or November-December area. This update may come as a surprise to those of you who are still playing episode 3. In Japan, PSO2 recently celebrated its 8th anniversary and is gearing up for the end of episode 6. Because the game system graphics engine were created 8 years ago, they may seem unrefined to modern players, especially to those of you whose adventures just began with us on the North American version. This is why the development team is preparing a massive update instead of new episodes to give PSO2 a renewal it deserves. We are proud to present this dramatic evolution to you as PSO2 New Genesis. Again, if it was just an updated system for Phantasy Star Online 2, I'd be happy about it instead of this separate universe thing. PSO2 New Genesis already has a teaser site. It's really nothing. It's just the trailer. It's just a teaser trailer they showed off yesterday. Not even the trailer that I just showed you right now. Because the promotional video, the teaser trailer may not take in entirely to clear how New Genesis is related to PSO2, how it differs. We have created this follow video announcement, which I just watched. Okay, there you go. 2021 will mark PSO2's largest update ever to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Phantasy Star Online that came out on the Dreamcast, which nobody ever seems to talk about. I mean, them anyways. Us fans will always bring it up. We will be aiming for even greater heights and reshaping the story, game system, graphic engine, and character creation system. PSO2 will be reborn as an open-field online RPG with a renewal battle system and game system. I don't even so I don't even know why they didn't just make this like PSO3, which again would hurt me even more if they made PSO3 instead of The twin universes of New Genesis and PSO2 current exist side by side. Both are playable. You can continue to enjoy the original PSO2 even after PSO2 New Genesis has been released. Accounts that have been playing PSO2 will be able to hop between New Genesis and PSO2 current. However, because the game systems are vastly different, we would like to explain what exactly is changing between the two. Create even more gorgeous characters with new and inspired graphics engine. With the new graphics engine comes enhanced character models. In addition to the features present in current character creation, you'll now have even more detailed options like changing the luster of your character's skin. I don't know if it showed in that trailer or not, or it showed in the previous trailer, but they got like real oily shiny. There we go. It's kind of funny that they didn't show this in the North American follow-up trailer for us, but they showed it here. Like, do you want your character to be extra oily? That's like the one thing they cut out from the trailer for us. Everything else I think about the trailer is the same, except they showed this one. They showed this image, and again, look at him, look at him, look at his head, his big old creepy head and head to eye ratio, and then this guy over here looks normal, a bit unhappy but normal. But I mean like his whole body and everything is normal. This guy's got a huge upper torso, and then the head matches too. That guy is just But look at that. Oh, and then you can also get a good idea of the sword. Look at the sword over here. That's the current Alba sword or whatever. That's the sword you can buy from the shop right now as low level sword. And then you can kind of see it over here, and it's dull looking. So I'm hopefully they'll fix that. Again, under development. But yeah, so as you see here on the PS version, on the PC, the JP version, they show PlayStation 4, not even PlayStation 5. It's PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and then the Nintendo Switch PC. I think the PlayStation 4 and Windows PC version are, I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna make an assumption. Update. So that's pretty cool. the differences in the video right there. Oily skin. You'll have more. I'll go back, get back to this thing right here because I had to go show you that lustered character skin. Characters will also be able to move their fingers now. Furthermore, you'll be able to wear more accessories as well as change their location, creating even more customized characters. Look, now you guys can even look more like a flying ship or a pontoon boat or whatever the hell you want. You'll be able to wear. Because PSO2 New Genesis character creation system is compatible with PSO2, players are free to decide which one they want to use. Finally, PSO2's core graphics engine will also be overhauled, allowing you to use characters created in New Genesis system within PSO2 as well. Naturally, all character creations from PSO2, including items linked to emotes and other previously registered data, will be compatible with New Genesis. So that means, like what just came out recently for us was Konosuba, and it had Megumin's explosion emote, which had her staff in it. So I'm assuming they're talking about that. But I don't know yet about clothes, about the fashion. Changes to the game system. New Genesis and current PSO2 will have different game systems. Some of the respective elements will be incompatible. The following points summarize what we can announce at this time. Basically what they're saying is, you saw how you're able to run around like you could in the trailer for PSO2, but that's not how the gameplay is. So the way we kind of like jog around and do our photon arts and stuff is only gonna be available in Phantasy Star Online 2, because New Genesis is running and jumping and flying through the air and stuff differently. Items are not compatible with PSO2 New Genesis. This includes skill rings, consumable items like XP growth, used for battle growth, and consumable items like the XP boosters, all boosters in general, I'm assuming, food, harvesting stuff, boost items, materials, which is what's coming in Phantasy Star Online 4. Materials also being animal parts and stuff like that, and furnishings. So again, you can't bring any of your stuff with you. Regarding player data and character growth, AC and ARKS cash and Star Gems can be used in both games. I've said that before. Because Mazetta Fund and other currencies greatly affect the balance of the game's economy, these cannot be shared between them. So all you jagas with your billions of Mazetta that are buying everything up in PSO2 right now and then selling them for an even higher price, well, first you can go F yourselves, and then two, you're going to have to start all over. So when the new game comes out, you can do that there. Character growth will not be shared between the two systems. Levels, XP, class skills, photon arts, techniques, obviously, because there's going to be new stuff for that game. So you got to learn all that stuff new. Again, weapons, units, and mags obtained in PSO2 can be used in New Genesis as well. However, their functions, abilities, and appearances will change in accordance with New Genesis. These changes will only occur when playing New Genesis. They will retain their original. So if you go from New Genesis back to PSO2, it'll be okay. If you go back to PSO2, your stuff will be the same. While the fundamental weapons design will not change, their stats, augments, and potentials will. Additionally, some higher rarity weapons may not be equipable until your character has reached a certain level. For weapons pertaining to classes that have not yet been added to New Genesis, these will be unusable until the relevant class has been released. So say they don't have a braver class, so you won't be able to use any katanas. Say you have a ranger, but and the ranger has an elder rifle, but your I think it's like range power isn't high enough, so you won't be able to use it, is what they're saying. Units in Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis will become armor that is not visible. Even units that have been obtained in PSO2 will become invisible in New Genesis. Furthermore, similar to weapons, their stats, augments, and potentials will change. High rarity units may not be equipable until your character has reached a certain level. Again, like the elder rifle thing I just said. So the armors that you get for New Genesis in the game are already invisible. Mags, although mags within New Genesis do not affect your stats or aid you in battle, evolution device data will carry over. So what the hell's the point of a mag then? They just like completely got rid of everything that the mag does in Phantasy Star Online. But if you got the Sonic Evolution device or the Miku doll device for your mag, that'll work. The new mini Andrews that you just got. Be sure to keep an eye for more New Genesis news for further information on how the data will transfer between the two games. Release information. I already spent all this time talking about them. It's planned for North American version of the Windows 10 and Xbox consoles. It's free to play. And so yeah, and there's a campaign going on right now. To celebrate the announcement of New Genesis, there is a current campaign going on in Phantasy Star Online 2. Basically, all you gotta do is log in from now till September 18th, at least one time, and you'll get 100 Star Gem ticket, 100 Star Gem ticket, 550% Tri Boost, 500% EX Tri Boost, which is really nice. I recommend saving those for Rappy Day, and then 132 emote Overjoy. And if you log in between that same period, if you log in every day, you log in from now till September, you'll get 5 100,000 XP tickets. That's crazy. And for those people who haven't been playing, if you log in, return to PSO2 or encourage alliance activity, a returning player who is a member of your alliance logs in between that time period, they'll get the same stuff. And qualify as a returning player. Wait, no. If the returning player belongs to an alliance on multiple ships, all members of each alliance will receive the reward. However, the reward can only be received once by both the affected alliance members of the player. All members of the alliance that are returning players belong will receive the award. Rewards will need to be claimed. I wonder if this means that a returning player is defined as an account that has connected in the past and has not logged in between June 24th and July 23rd. So again, I wonder if this means that everybody gets it. Everybody will get this. I don't know. I'm sure we'll see the reward distribution at the end of a week after September. A week after this end date. No, 2 days before this end date. September 16th. Can you imagine that if that's the case? If you have 10 people that haven't logged in your alliance and they decide to log in now, will you get 10 rewards? That seems a little crazy. Because that's what, 1,000 Star Gems tickets? 1,000 Star Gems? I don't know. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. I'm mainly concerned about this one because I'm currently playing. But yeah, like I said, every day you log in, you'll get 100% of those who logged in for a total of 1 day during the period. But it says you'll get this every day. You'll get 5 100,000 XP tickets, which is crazy. And then everybody will get this who logs in now, which is 100 Star Gem ticket, 5 150 Tri Boost percentage, and then a 5 XP Tri Boost of 100%, and then the Overjoyed emote. And there it is right there. I was like, now you just gotta find the damn thing. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty fun. Yeah, I'm not going to play that out loud. But yeah, so that's what's going on right now. There's a lot of information to take in. Hans, shish! A lot of information to take in there for this new event. So, Tell me what you guys think. You excited about it? I'm still a little wary because now I got to play 2 games. And again, I didn't really say if the fashion transfers over. It only really said if the your emotes and stuff do. So we'll find out in the next couple of weeks, months. I'm Ineedmorcowbell. You guys have yourselves a good day. I can get my photon halos, right? I hope I can take these with me. Beta rewards.